Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the official podcast of your host, Chris, that random guy. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 118. As always, I would love, I love everyone, okay? I love you all. If you guys can send me your love, I'd really appreciate that. If you go on to iTunes or Stitcher and review the show, send me some love. I would greatly appreciate that. Just so that I know, that you guys like the show. And as always, if you would like to contact me, I am at castingfor2@gmail.com. Instagram and Twitter is both at castingfor2. And so everyone should go do that and go watch Deadpool and love life and love the person you're next to, even if he's a random stranger. If you're listening to this on a bus, love the person next to you. That's all I'm saying. Let's spread some love in 2016, okay? We got Batman v Superman coming out, so there needs to be love in the world. But I guess we should get into today's guest. And I'm very excited for everyone to listen because my guest today is five-time champion and pro Counter-Strike player Stephanie Harvey, a.k.a. Miss Harvey. And I was so excited to chat with her. I've been watching her live stream for a bit now, and it's just so amazing at how good she is. I'm so impressed with anybody who is at the top of their game, and but when she plays, it just I don't know what's going on, and it really is amazing to watch. So everyone go watch her streams and her YouTube videos because it's a good time at the movies. But let's get into today's episode. So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please, and thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, really well.
Okay, good. Hello, Miss Harvey.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing well. What now? I'm just curious. I'm always concerned about people's sleeping patterns. But what time of the day do you usually wake up? Are you a morning person or an afternoon kind of person?
Definitely afternoon. I woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. And see, I find that if I get too much sleep, my whole day is off. I can't do anything all day.
Yeah. Well, not. I went in bed at 4, so.
Right. Well, because you stream pretty late into the day and early in the
Mhm.
morning. So
Mhm.
I can understand that, but I have a friend who needs a minimum of like 12 hours of sleep, and it's like, really? You need that much sleep? All right, whatever. I'm curious. When did gaming happen for you? When was it something you did as a child?
Yeah, I've been gaming since I was a little girl. My parents bought me consoles when I was really, really young. I was a lonely child, and for
Mm,
them, it was kind of a way to get a break.
right. I remember I too as a child got consoles from my parents, but I think it was more of a we don't know what to get him. Hey, this is the thing that parents are getting. Let's just get him that. I never asked for a PlayStation or a Sega Genesis. I just remember getting it and just thinking, oh, that's cool, whatever. But what was one of the first games you played, if you can remember?
I started gaming with games like Mario 3. I played a lot of sports game back in the days because my dad was really big into sport is still really big into sports. So I played like uh Punch Out or golf
Mm.
or stuff like that on the Nintendo. And then my parents were not really big on looking for the nice RPG or I never got any Zelda or anything. It was really just the mainstream games. So I got Mario, Tetris on the Game Boy.
Mm.
It was really straightforward.
There we go. There we go. Do you have sort of a guilty play? Because you play Counter Strike, and that's a first person shooter. But is there another game where that you play to kind of unwind?
At the moment, not that much. I used to play everything because when I started my career in game design, it was really important. It still is very important for me to play everything, but in the last year, I didn't have any time to play anything else than CS almost.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so big now that you can't really do half of your time in CSGO. You got to do everything that you can in CSGO. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm gonna start again like every Friday or something to play another game just because it matters to me.
Okay, okay. And what was it about Counter Strike that hooked you?
I think it's the fact two facts. It's extremely competitive, and
Mm.
I love competition, and also the community and the gameplay is one of the best, if not the best. Um, the gameplay, this game has had the same rules, almost the same rules, with little variation to make it better over the last 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm lying. 99, so 16
Say,
years.
oh, okay.
Um, so it's just an almost perfect gameplay with really amazing uh curves of tension and stuff like that. It's just a really good game.
Okay. I remember playing because I'd always wanted to get into that, into Counter Strike and Day of Defeat and all those Steam games at the time, but I always had a hard time just because I am horrible. And when I start to lose and die, I just say, "Well, I'm done. I give up." And I'm that guy running around with a knife, giving out free kills to anybody. So I applaud anybody who's really good at that game, especially you, 5-time world champ. Um, I wanted to ask you also about game developing. What because you work with Ubisoft as well, Ubisoft in Montreal.
hmm
What are some of the games that you helped design?
So I was working at Ubisoft for 7 years, and I worked on Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. I worked on a 3DS game called James Noir Hollywood Crimes, and I just completed Far Cry Primal with the Primal team
Oh,
over the last year. Yeah, so Primal is coming out, so I'm excited for Primal.
I am a huge. I love the Far Cry games. I remember playing them very early on, and they're very intense. It's a lot. I appreciate the fact when games give you a lot of things to do. In the sense like Fallout, there's just so much to do, so much game. Uh, Besides the main story, you can go off and do the sides, the side missions and all that. And it does kind of, as thinking as a consumer, it gives you probably the best bang for your buck. And I've always felt that way with the Far Cry games.
hmm They're
And
good games.
yeah, yeah. I've gotten into, I know this isn't the game you worked in, but Ubisoft, same thing. Into Assassin's Creed. I've been playing the new one, Syndicate, quite a
hmm
bit, and I'm not a stealthy guy. I'm more of the run in the room, try to shoot somebody and ultimately fail and die. But I've been having a lot of fun just trying to sneak around, trying to make it look like I know what I'm doing. But yeah, yeah, no, It's been a lot of fun so far. You've had a pretty busy month so far. You were at CES. You were representing Intel because you're sponsored by them.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been to a CES. What was one of the craziest things that you saw?
I was really impressed with the microcomputers. So they're really, really, really tiny
Hmm.
computers that Intel can put anywhere. And I was asking like some of the Intel guys like, but what is it exactly like? Is it just the processor? And then
Yeah.
they're like, no, 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 it's a full computer the size of like not even a mini wheats. Like a mini wheats is like 10 times bigger.
Mm.
So I'm like, what the hell? So that was really impressive because it opened the door to so many things. They used it a lot in the demos for sports and like live coverage and that kind of stuff, but it just there's no barrier at that point. It could be for anything. So I don't know. That was really, really impressive to me. And the drones that uh, can follow you and adapt to the nature and that kind of stuff. That's also a pretty big game changer because it's going to become a consumer drone
Mm.
within a few months. So for like less than $2,000, you have a drone that is one of the most performant drone in the world. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So there's 2016 is the future. Like the future is here.
Yeah.
Mm,
The only thing is we still don't have flying cars.
yeah, that's the only thing, but everything else pretty awesome.
What now when you talk about a drone that adapts to the climates, what does that mean?
Uh, like if a tree falls or if something
Oh.
obstacles and that kind of stuff falls in front of him, if he was following you, he'll go around them and continue following you. So you don't have to take care of your drone, it just take care of itself. And like it can film you, it can like can do a bunch of things for you. It's really awesome.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. That now, uh, I absolutely love technology, but I do feel that we are moving closer and closer to Skynet. It's gonna happen, and then Terminator is gonna happen. I feel like it's coming, which I don't know. I don't know. I guess it'll be okay, but um, now so how often you stream every night, pretty much, right?
Uh, I mean, I took a break almost for a year
Mm,
because of work. It was too overwhelming to do
right.
both. But since I moved to LA last month, I guess in the last 2 weeks I've been streaming every night. But I gotta rebuild my fan base and I'm streaming at different hours, so it's completely new people that I gotta win over, and
Hmm.
it's difficult to start over.
Right, right. No, I hear you. For people out there who are looking to get into streaming, do you have any good tips?
Well, the only good tips I want to tell you is that you never know when your breakthrough is gonna happen, so you just gotta keep streaming and streaming. Maybe somebody really big will host you. Maybe tonight you'll be the only person streaming CS:GO because everybody else is like sleeping, so you'll be the only person people are gonna click on. So you just you never know when it's gonna be a breakthrough, and unfortunately, that means you might stream for a year with 20 viewers,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden, boom, you explode. And I think that's the painful part of what I'm doing right now because I gotta restart over, kinda. It's not a complete start over, but it's a, like I said, I gotta rebuild my fan base because it's gone.
Hmm.
My streaming fan base, obviously. It's difficult, especially since I was at the top at some point.
Yeah.
Now I gotta start back really low, and I don't make a lot of money right now streaming. It's really everything is really painful.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Well, how at least tell us how you're liking LA.
Well, obviously, LA, the main difference with me in LA, my city in LA, it's the snow.
Hmm.
I used to live in a snow place, and now it's like here it's the winter, but it's summer for me, so it's really weird.
Right.
So I'm skipping the winter this year. Also, I really like the house we're living in with the girls. That's a big, big step. So I moved in with my team,
Mm-hmm.
my Counter-Strike team. So that's pretty amazing. I'm in my room right now, so that's why I can. There's no ambient sound or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a common room with all our computers, and it's pretty awesome to practice there.
No, I agree about the whole skipping winter part because I grew up in Oregon, where
Mm.
there's seasons. You have your your summer, your fall, your winter, all that good stuff. And now I live in San Antonio, where I've been wearing shorts and sandals pretty much all year now. And sometimes I miss a little snow every once in a while or some rain. More rain. I miss the rain.
It never rains in San Antonio.
It randomly last year it did for a while, but the thing is, have you ever visited Texas?
Yeah, Dallas.
Okay, okay. So the thing with Texas, there's Oregon rain is very nice. It's like somebody shaking your hand, welcoming you. The sun is still out. So here, the rain is very aggressive, and it's like, you know what? We're gonna just drop water on you, lightning, thunder, and we're bringing in the humidity. And so I always feel like it's a bit more aggressive here. So
Mm.
it's not pleasant. The best thing to do when I was in Oregon, when I was going to sleep and it'd be raining, is just to leave the window open so I can a hear the rain, but also you get that rain smell. And I know it sounds crazy, but every Oregonian would probably agree with me that there's a special kind of smell that happens when it rains, and it's glorious. I wish Glade would put that in a candle. But what part of Montreal did you live in?
Well, I'm from Quebec City. I moved to
Okay,
Montreal for Ubisoft. So yeah.
gotcha. Okay, okay. Now, as a person, because I mean, I've been to Canada a bunch of times. I went to school in Canada. I feel like there's no difference other than the fact that, um, Canadians pronounce their A's a little bit more like pasta and stuff like that. How different is it from somebody from Quebec to come to the States?
I think it's really different,
Yeah.
but it's only because I've this like you guys don't really know Canada.
Right.
Not to
Exact.
insult you
Yes.
guys, but
No. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like yeah, I can't, you don't care about Canada because we're basically only the population of one of your state, right? So it's like, yeah, yeah, that little thing at the top that
Yeah.
won't cause any harm. But for me, like the states have been a huge part of my life, obviously from traveling to just hearing in the news and everything, and my friends and gaming and extra. For me, the biggest differences are values wise
Mm-hmm.
and everything regarding gun and safety,
Mm.
regarding healthcare, regarding school system. So all of that is to me completely different
Mm.
slash not really something I like.
Right.
And then the rest is pretty much identical
Mm-hmm. Okay.
in a good way. So I would think that I like to think that Quebec has the good and the bads of as the good of both, like of Canada and the States.
Right.
So we have free healthcare, free schooling, free uh like yeah, gun regulation, etc. And then we have uh
Timbits.
we have the American way of freedom, of success, of
Mm-hmm.
like opportunities, you get a second chance kind of thing. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Would you like to do something fun?
Go ahead.
Okay. My sister has a master's in psychology, which therefore I feel like I do too. And I have made a list of questions that for the people at home can get to know you a bit more. Would you like to answer these questions?
Okay.
All right, it's only a couple of them, and they're simple questions, but it really gives us an insight to your psyche.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see. Okay, so question number 1: what do you think of people who bring travel pillows?
I bring travel pillows.
Okay, so very comfy and smart. I'm assuming.
To me, it's smart. I travel and I want to be comfortable. I travel so much. I took 60 flights last year,
Oh,
so
jeez. Ugh. Oh.
yeah.
Ugh. All right. All right. Yes. All
I
right.
sleep in planes. I have to. I'm
It,
too busy.
I understand. I totally like. See, I'm freaking out over 60 flights, but I love traveling. I hate the part of actually traveling to the point because plane rides are just, I don't know, sitting in a seat, especially the seats that are pretty small. Yeah, I don't care for it, but I hear you. Can you spell Schwarzenegger?
No,
Okay.
there's no way.
Do you do a celebrity impression?
Uh, Actually, not really. I'm really bad with the imitations.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin?
Who's Peter Griffin?
He is from Family Guy.
Oh my God, this is really an American uh questionnaire. It's Homer Simpson. We don't watch the Family Guy much
You
in
know,
Canada.
well, I don't watch Family Guy either.
Yeah.
The chicken or the egg?
Chicken.
Okay. And the final question to know everything about you: peanut butter, chunky or smooth?
Smooth. I've never had chunky my whole life. I don't even know what it tastes. It's not a Canadian thing, or at least I don't want to generalize, but at least not a Quebec thing.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you find yourself at a supermarket and you know what, I'm in America, I'm living here, I should try new things, I would say start out with the chunky peanut butter and work your way up, okay?
What is it? Is it like?
There's just chunks of peanuts in it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So good thing is you passed. You passed, and now we know
Could I
everything
have
about you.
failed? I don't
No,
think
no,
anybody can fail.
no. There's no. But now we know more about you, which is great. For the people at home who would like to keep in touch with you, where
Mhm.
can they do that?
I'm extremely active on all my social media. So from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter to Twitch. But mainly everything regroups on Twitter and then I send you to all the other social media. So I would say Twitter at missharvey is where I'm extremely active.
There you go. And is there anything else you would like to chat about before we head out?
Thank you so much for having me today, and thank you to all my sponsors and my teammates, my family and friends, and you.
There we go. And thank you so much for chatting with me. And anytime you want to come back, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you're streaming, have a wonderful stream.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.